Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
รายการของเรามีให้หลายภาษาโปรดดู suprememastertv.com/schedule
These freshly baked vegan pastries are aromatic and buttery and enjoyable any time of the day. Why not delight your family and friends and try some home baking? Classic French Pastry, Part 1 of 2. Light and buttery vegan croissants. Continue watching to find out more.
Vegan, tested positive for humane element.
Svegi laimi giamu gado. I'm Alita, and I have just said hello, New Year greetings in Latvian. As we begin the new year, let's join the tender-hearted Latvians to pray that with heaven's grace, more and more humans will soon see that people from the animal kingdom are the same as us. Since we all love our family, friends, and even strangers, we all have intelligence. We all express our emotions in similar ways. Welcome to our show, Classic French Pastry Part 1 of 2, Light and Buttery Vegan Croissants. Croissants are a classic flaky and buttery French pastry. It acquired the name due to its resemblance to a crescent shape. This well-known pastry is famously associated with France, but its origin is from the Austrian Viennoiserie pastry. Croissants are a common continental breakfast staple in many European countries. Each country has its own version of the croissant with different fillings. These days, this ever-popular veganized pastry is available in many countries throughout the world. It is eaten as a snack, a dessert, or made into sandwiches. Let us now see how you can make your very own homemade vegan croissants. First, we will make the dough by adding into our mixing bowl all the dry ingredients in the Ingredients A group of our recipe. 250 grams French-style flour, type 45, which is ideal for the finest croissants. If you use another type of flour, the water absorption rate may vary, so you will need to adjust the amount of liquid accordingly. We have 40 grams of powdered sugar, 5 grams of nutritional yeast, and 3 grams of salt. Mix well. Next, we will add the wet ingredients under the Ingredients B group. 10 grams of inverted syrup, softened with 45 grams of water. 108 grams of soy milk. Keep mixing thoroughly until no dry powder is left. Sprinkle 5.5 grams of instant yeast evenly onto the mixture. Then cover with a damp cloth and let it sit. This allows the dough to rehydrate, form gluten, reduce kneading time, and add flavor. After 30 to 60 minutes, sprinkle some dry flour on the kneading board and knead the dough mixture until the dry yeast has melted into it. and add vegan butter and continue to knead until the dough becomes smooth and shiny and comes off your hands and the kneading board, leaving them clean. Cut a small piece of the dough, pull it with both hands to test its extensibility. It is just right when it looks like a translucent window pane, and it is fine if there are some holes at this stage. Put the dough into a bowl and cover it with a damp cloth. Leave it for 1 hour at 28 degrees Celsius. While waiting for the dough to proof, you can prepare the vegan butter sheet for use later. Take a large piece of baking paper and fold it in half and then into a rectangle 14 by 16 centimeters in the center. Unfold the baking paper and spread 100 grams of vegan butter within the 14 by 16 centimeters perimeter. Fold the sides of the baking paper back and press the vegan butter slightly to restore the rectangle shape. Squeeze the vegan butter to fully fill the 4 corners and make sure there are no air pockets. Flatten the rectangle with a ruler or by hand so that the end result is a flat vegan butter sheet. Wait until the dough has been proofed for 45 minutes, then put the vegan butter sheet in the freezer for 12 minutes. Now our dough has been proofed for 1 hour. Sprinkle some flour on the kneading board, then roll the proofed dough into a size that is wide enough to encase the vegan butter sheet. Gently place the vegan butter sheet on the top of the dough and fold the 4 sides of the dough inwards to wrap the vegan butter sheet and pinch together the edges to seal in. During the following lamination process, which will create super thin layers, it is very important to keep the dough temperature below 23 degrees Celsius. The vegan butter will melt and mix with the dough if the temperature is too high, then it will become normal bread without a flaky texture. Using a rolling pin, flatten the creases and apply pressure on the dough so that the vegan butter and dough completely adhere together. Turn over the dough wrap and continue to flatten it by applying even pressure throughout to give it consistently flat pastry. Dust more flour on it if needed. Get rid of air pockets by piercing the dough with a sharp pointed object such as a needle. If small holes in the dough appear, you can sprinkle a little flour on it or use a little bit of the extra dough to patch it up. Keep rolling until the rectangle is 20 by 45 centimeters in dimension and is of even thickness throughout. Then, cut away the extra parts from the top and bottom. If there is excess flour on the dough, remove them by hand or use a brush. At this stage, the buttery dough is starting to soften and needs to be firmed up in a freezer. So, fold the dough into 4 layers and wrap it with saran wrap before putting it in the freezer for 20 minutes. We will repeat this laminating process 2 more times.
The animals cannot speak on their own. We have to be their advocate, the Reverend Father Frank Mann, vegan.
Enlightened viewers, as we step into this new year and new beginnings, let's take some time to pray that veganism and thus long-lasting peace will soon be a reality in our fragile world. We will be back soon, so please stay with us on Supreme Master Television. It's great to have you back on our show, Classic French Pastry Part 1 of 2, Light and Buttery Vegan Croissants. We will continue to laminate the dough for the second time. Sprinkle the kneading board with flour before putting the dough on it. If the dough feels damp, you can apply some flour to help soak up the excess moisture. The dough may be too hard to roll if it is too cold, so let it soften with the warmth of your palm, or leave it at room temperature for a little longer. Roll it forward and backward instead of sideways to elongate the dough. Keep rolling until the dough reaches 20 by 45 centimeters in dimension, and cut away any extra dough if required. Again, remove any excess flour, if any. Fold the dough 2/3 of the way downwards and the remaining dough upwards so that all 3 layers align neatly. Wrap the dough in saran wrap and leave it in the freezer. After 30 minutes, remove the dough from the freezer. Then start the third and the last round of laminating. Press and roll it into a rectangle of 25 by 35 centimeters, half a centimeter thick. Cut any excess dough to straighten the edges. Mark the top and bottom ends of the dough and then cut it into triangular shapes, each 10 centimeters wide at the bottom and 24 centimeters long. At the bottom end of each triangle, make a small cut in the middle. Then roll each triangle dough outwards to form the crescent shape of the croissant. Proof the finished croissant dough at 28 degrees Celsius for 1 hour. To give a good comparison of the differences in size before and after proofing, we have one freshly shaped croissant dough on the left alongside the one that has been proofed. For those leftover dough scraps that you cut and put aside, you can brush them with vegan milk, top them with your favorite toppings and bake them as a snack. Preheat the oven for 10 minutes. For the oven we are using, we have set the top temperature at 175 degrees Celsius and the bottom at 150 degrees Celsius. Place the proofed croissant dough into the oven to bake for 12 minutes first. Then, rotate the baking tray by turning its front to the back of the oven and continue baking for another 7 minutes. When you finish baking, you turn off the oven but leave the croissants in the oven for 3 minutes. Remove the baked croissants and brush the top with maple syrup while it is still hot. Then transfer the glazed croissants onto a cooling grid. Wow, these croissants look so delicious. I can't wait to get my hands on them.
Ingredients. For all ingredients, please use organic versions if available. For the vegan croissant, the ingredients are: for the dough, ingredients A: 250 grams of French flour type 45, 40 grams of powdered sugar, 5 grams of nutritional yeast, 3 grams of Indian black salt. Ingredients B: 45 grams of water, 10 grams of invert syrup, 108 grams of soy milk, 5.5 grams of instant yeast, 20 grams of vegan butter. Vegan butter sheet, 100 grams of vegan butter, baking paper, vegan glaze, maple syrup. Turn vegan. Huge merit for you, my friend.
Delightful viewers, thank you for sharing your time with us on our show today. We look forward to you joining us for part 2 of our show next Sunday, when we share with you the joy in making vegan croissant sandwich with vegan poached egg and vegan croissant filled with custard cream topped with almond puree. Up next is the True Saint title, part 6 of 7, on Between Master and Disciples, right after Noteworthy News. We wish you all of the blessings you truly deserve in the year ahead.
For free international vegan recipes and for language availability, please visit suprememastertv.com/VEG and suprememastertv.com/schedule.